What's up, everybody? I'm Matt Cobold, and this is Keepin It Breezy, courtesy of High Fiber Sports. And today, I've got to talk about a Big 12 basketball game that I attended this past weekend between the Buffaloes of Colorado and the 14th ranked Red Raiders of Texas Tech. Let's break it down. Texas Tech started out hot in this one, jumping out to a 43-27 halftime lead. It's about what we expected here. The lead then rose to 24 points, 58-34 with 13 and a half minutes remaining on a big Christian Anderson dunk. But the Buffs, they started to feel that home court energy, started to chip away at that lead a little bit. But the Red Raiders, they were still comfortable, up 69-58 with about 4.5 minutes remaining. People started hitting the road, trying to beat traffic. Colorado, they continued to get defensive stops, continued to move the ball. The ball was hot, more cohesiveness. Tech, they got a little tight. Some people might have said they were starting to choke. Some uncharacteristic turnovers. Fast forward a little bit, we got about 42 seconds remaining. Out of bounds play under the basket for the Buffs. That's when Sebastian Rancic, the sophomore from Slovakia, gets free off a screen. He hits a huge three to make this baby 73-71. Tech goes back down the other way. They're trying to bleed the clock. Christian Anderson finds himself with the ball, with the shot clock winding down. He launches a three. He misses it. Everybody's favorite Buffalo Bangot Dak secures the rebound, his 13th board of the game. Buffalo's coming down. 12 seconds remaining. Down 2. But damn it, Texas Tech, they showed what kind of stifling defense they have. The ball never got inside the three-point arc for the Buffaloes on this last possession. Barrington Hardress, he misses the three at the buzzer to win it. Texas Tech escapes with a Big 12 win here, 73-71. The main reason I was in Boulder, Colorado for this game was because I wanted to see Texas Tech. I think they're a really good team. I think they're hard-nosed, tough, well-coached. Grant McCaslin, I respect him. But it was also to see two big dogs, JT Toppin and Christian Anderson. Both of these guys could be All-Americans, which is something you don't say in college basketball. Let's start with JT Toppin. He's 6'9", 230 pounds. He's long, strong. He can use both hands around the rim. He plays both sides of the floor. Last year as a sophomore, he was second-team All-American already and the Big 12 Player of the Year. In this game against the Buffaloes, JT Toppin had 16 points, 13 rebounds, 7 on the offensive glass, 4 assists, and 1 big block late.
Don't do it, Bangot! Nebraska!
JT Toppin's current season averages are 21.3 points, 11.1 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks per game. Those 11.1 rebounds lead the Big 12 and are 5th in the nation. Christian Anderson, meanwhile, the sophomore point guard, that boy can shoot the three. He can attack the rim. He's long. This game against the Buffaloes, he had 15 points, 3 assists, and 3 steals. 1 steal turned into a halftime buzzer beater here. Christian Anderson's current season averages are 19.7 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 7.4 assists. Those 7.4 assists lead the Big 12 Conference and are tied for 4th in the nation. JT Toppin, Christian Anderson, these guys are one of the best inside-outside duos that we have in all college basketball this season. The boys, they returned to Lubbock last night to take on the Utes of Utah. Listen to this line for JT Toppin. Oh my goodness, he's got me drooling. 31 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 freaking blocks. He shot 14 of 23 from the floor and 3 of 4 from deep. I didn't know he had that stretchability in him. Christian Anderson, not to be outdone, had 26 points himself and 10 dimes. He shot 9 of 16 from the floor and 6 of 11 from deep. The boy was hot. I can't wait to see how far JT Toppin and Christian Anderson can lead the Red Raiders in March. The star of the show, the big dog of the day for me in this one, Like I said, JT Toppin, Christian Anderson, they're the big kahunas on this team. Could potentially both be All-Americans. But they were kind of held in check in this one. A lot of defensive attention from the Buffs. So my star of the show is going to be senior sniper Donovan Atwell. I was unfamiliar with this young man's game. It's his first season in Lubbock. Spent his first 3 years at UNC Greensboro. He led the Red Raiders in this one with 17 points on 5 big threes. Now these 5 threes, they were all super clutch when the Red Raiders needed a bucket. Seemed like they were all late clock situations. JT Toppin, he'd have 2, 3, 4 guys surrounding him in the paint, hacking the shit out of him. He would spray it out to Atwell. It was like Atwell was holding a super soaker. He was on fire. Stars like JT Toppin and Christian Anderson, they need role players to space the floor. Donovan Atwell is that guy for Texas Tech. To wrap up this Keepin' It Breezy, let's look at the Buffs of Colorado. They impressed me big time in this one, coming back from 24 down, the perseverance, hats off to them. I didn't expect much from Colorado in this one. You know, they've already lost to Colorado State, the Rams. That's like losing to your little brother. And they've also lost to Northern Colorado, the Golden Bears. That's like losing to your nephew. I don't know. So I didn't expect much from the Buffaloes against the Red Raiders in this one. And also, we got to shout out Bangot Dak. I'd be crazy to fail to mention this young man. Everyone's favorite Buffalo, the longest buff in Boulder. Look at this guy. He can scratch his knee standing up. He's got a good-looking stroke. He played tough defense on JT Toppin, and he had 13 rebounds in this one. Quite impressive from Bangot. The Buffs, they're currently 12-5 overall, 2-2 in the Big 12. But guys, we're not going to see them in March. This is not an NCAA tournament team. Looking at the Red Raiders of Texas Tech here, they almost choked this one away. Let's not forget they were up 24 points with about 13 and a half minutes remaining. But they get this one done. They're currently 13-4 overall, 3-1 in the tough Big 12. Now their 4 losses are at Illinois by 4, by 30 to Purdue in the Bahamas 30, by 7 to Arkansas and Dallas, and at Houston by 4. All 4 of those teams were ranked in the top 17 when they beat them and are still all currently ranked in the top 17 right now. Texas Tech, they're the only team to defeat Duke. Great win over big boy Boozer. I expect big things from Texas Tech this year. They're going to challenge for the Big 12 and make another deep run yet again in March. Let's not forget that epic Elite 8 game last year against eventual champion Florida. Now this was a good game out here in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. The Buffs, they proved a lot to me by fighting back from down 24, but they're not an NCAA tournament team. Texas Tech, they're going to challenge for the Big 12, fight for a Final Four, maybe even a national championship. I'm not sure. They've got the potential to do it. Shout out to my guy Evan McDougal, the biggest Red Raider fan I know. He made it out to the game, brought his dad Jimmy. Jimmy said he hadn't been to a college basketball game since he attended an LSU game in 1981. What were you doing in 1981? And of course, Cora KP, the plug, made it out for her first college basketball game. Texas Tech gets this one done in Boulder over the Buffs, 73-71. Thanks for watching.